Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Albion Online. Now, I know I haven't been really streaming as much as I wanted to, but I kind of been just grinding along, playing the game, and kind of just watching shows while grinding at the same time. So I do apologize for that if people have been expecting and waiting for videos. Now, what I did get to right here, if you come and look at this, so I've gotten my Helion hood up to level 97. I kind of wanted to just actually switch this and just get this to 100 real quick, which is 374 extra combat fame, but I kind of been saving it. I've also gotten my Scholar Shoes to level 82. I've grinded out 12 million combat fame. I've gotten to 28.9 million in fame, and all I've been doing, so if anybody's wondering what I've been doing, I literally have just been following the same route over and over and over again. So right here, I am in Mawar Gorge, right in here, and I've just been mindlessly going through and grinding over and over again. Now, what I did do recently is I did just purchase Elder's Mage Coil because I wanted to level this up. So I maxed out this level well, I maxed this out a long time ago. This is level 100 because I do have my Druidic Coil at level 100, but I never actually leveled up the main 3, so that's what I'm working on, the main 3. And the main reason I'm doing Mage Coil is because it's a cheap damage over time. This literally was super cheap. It cost me, it was on sale. This was under like 800,000, and I was like, whoa, that's a sale. So I bought a tier 8.3 at 800,000, and I was like, okay. So what I do over here is I check if there's a boss there, no boss here. Now what I found down here in this area, which I didn't know, is a lot of times these chests actually spawn as purple chests. So when you come down here, you actually can make some decent money from time to time. Now, a lot of times it's still green chests, so not that really huge lucrative, but I'm not really here down for any of that. I'm here for the fame to level up my skills. And it's just a safe way of doing it because if anybody even comes down here from any other enemy faction, I can, if I die, I just lose 5% durability. And to me, that's not a big deal. So, I'm just down here just grinding. Now a chest can spawn here, so that's why I'm down here, and I just run this rotation, and I clear these guys out because it makes it so that it's really quick, easy fame. And now I'm going to switch this to fame so that you can actually see how much fame I actually get. And I'm just grinding here mindlessly. And the main reason why I wasn't streaming so much is because I was watching movies and such while doing it at the same time. Now the main reason why I just cloaked here because I didn't have my roast pork. I totally forgot to eat roast pork. So this build only doesn't do well when I don't have my roast pork buff on. So eating roast pork is essential because you have the lifesteal for damage you do. And you'll notice right here that I'll be able to do so much more with lifesteal. And what I'm doing is I'm just clearing all the mobs between now and where it could potentially spawn a chest. And I know I'm mindlessly just grinding right now. So that's what I'm doing. And if anybody comes in and wants to chat, talk about what I'm using, what I'm building, or why I'm doing it, I have 7 more days of premium. There was another game that I was looking at that Hosip was playing, and I'm actually interested in to see what that is. It's kind of like a Terraria survival one, so I want to do a first looks at that. And that might be one of the ones that I might intriguingly go to. There is a lot of Cosmic Tier content that I'm still backed up on that I haven't actually filmed or recorded, I guess I should say better. Live stream, however I'm going to do it. So we'll get to that content when we get to it. Just trying to make sure I was in the channel. In case my brothers do get on, this would be a time when they would actually might get on if they do play. If he does play tonight. We'll see. Everybody needs a break every now and then. But I am liking the Mage's Coil extra damage. So it's kind of neat. I don't have high level on it. But I need to level up anyways because the main coil that I do use under cloth coils is the Druidic coil. I know I leveled it up because that was one of the very first coils I ever used. I saw Druid. I thought, okay, I'll be a Nature Staff Druid type of build. Little did I know much about the skills or anything else like that. Right here I'm just clearing out where the chests could possibly spawn, clearing out the mobs, and just do the rotation. And then I'm going to get to the other side, do the rotation from there too. Now the other thing I probably do want to check are the ends. So that door right there and the other door. So I'm probably going to take a quick peek to see if I can see any chests real quick. So we're going to walk this way. I am leveling cloth boots because I've never done that either. Because I've noticed that this run speed is pretty significant with the extra damage bonus on the cloth boots. So both of those are pretty neat. Check here. I don't see any chests here on this end. Nor do I see any real chests over there. I'd have to walk further in. So we're just going to leave it as is. For that, I didn't see any chests on the end over there. I think you have to walk further in to actually see them. But cloth boot run speed with the extra regeneration, it's pretty nice. Now I know there's a group down here, they're doing their thing. But during the day, I actually got like a legendary chest and a couple purple chests. So those are pretty good ones. I didn't get them on recording because again, I was just grinding away, doing this rotation over and over again. Now what I check here is normally a chest that spawns there with a boss, and possibly a chest that spawns here. But you can see this place is pretty heavily utilized right now. So now that I see no chests here or there, we're going to hit the A key, we're going to go out. We're going to check the boss spawns up above. And I think we'll make our way probably to Pen Uchov, because this place is pretty heavily camped as of right now. That way we may see some action. But first, let's come over here. Let's check up here. There's no boss up there. We'll come do the simple rotation over here. We'll check this tower. Okay, there's no boss there. I want to fight these mobs right here. So I'm going to dismount. I'm going to pull those. I'm going to pull these. Doing lots of damage this way. Now we're going to hit the R key. Pretty simple, just easy rotation. E key and then just wipe them out. You see my major coil is only level 46, sorry. Mount up, I go. Nope, that's not my brother. We'll grab all these. We're just doing big pulls. Big, easy, simple pulls. Checking each tower as we go. Nothing in this tower, it doesn't look like. Nope. This is a good easy pull too. Pull the guy from up above too. Maybe if they come down. I know we have an archer. We're gonna make our way closer to that guy, maybe not. Let's see, we're just leveling up our other skills. Real easy, real simple. There's nothing in this tower. We'll just grab all these units because it's pretty simple, easy. They're all lower level. Grab all these. Grab these archers. I'm actually really liking the Mage's Glow. It's going to be pretty good for PvP. When I'm looking to do that extra damage of just melting people or stuff, that extra dot does a lot. Nothing in that tower. Make our way back. We're going to sell all this off. 28.9 million. Now, people have asked me many times how I make silver. And if you're wondering, it literally is just grinding that over and over and over and over again. It's not anything like super amazing. Like the more time you put in, the more you get. And I even had somebody come by and say a comment, "Oh, he's rich." It's because I've done a lot of grinding, constant grinding by myself, doing group content solo. And I know where the chest spawns, and I just run through those chest spawns over and over and over again, getting decent loot. So that's how I've made a lot of my money. And I think another way I also make money too is through my farming. Now I know I have a video specifically on farming, and I talk about the initial cost and how it's super expensive. But now I actually make profit. And I was trying to do the math in full because somebody found, and I used to have it all written down and whatnot, but it's been years since I actually did it all. But a plot of 9, so one farm spot, right, has 9 spots, gives you around 30,000 to 35,000 per. That's if you've watered them all, okay? Now, if you don't water them all, it's all based on percentage. So if you do corn, which has like a 91% yield back, you can get around 30 to 35% corn silver back per plot. And if you have to buy one corn, you minus 22,000 or 25,000 from that 30. So you only make 10,000 or 15,000 profit off of it if you only lose one seed. Now, if you lose more seeds, then obviously you start losing profit. So you have to take that into account. So you need premium in order to actually make money from your farm spots. Me, I have several islands, and each one provides me with silver, so I make money from it. And I only normally do farming when I have premiums. So that's kind of how I make my money, is to do my farming every single day, as well as I run around these blue zone dungeons. And what I'm really focused on right now is I'm trying to level up these other different gears. I was especially trying to do leather hoods and plate boots to max them all out, because that's my main goal right here, right? I look at all my plate boots. I haven't leveled all my plate boots to 100 yet, nor have I leveled all my leather hoods to 100 yet. So if you come over here and you look at my leather hoods, I'm still working on these. So I was working on this one, and then I need to work on these ones to get 100, but it's not that big of a deal. As long as I have my main ones, that's more important. I have leveled up all my natures to 100, so my main weapon, and that's my main focus. Sorry, I was there coughing there for a little bit, so I muted myself. And if I do cough into the mic, I'm sorry, I'm still recovering from being sick. That's also probably why I haven't been streaming as much, because I've just been kind of relaxing-ish and working, not using my voice too much in streaming. I still have the Helion hood in my inventory so that I can level it to 100 eventually, and or I might just spend the Comet Fame and just level it straight to 100 because I'm kind of lazy right now. I don't know. I need 25 million Comet Fame to max out my Nature Staff to 120, which I still haven't done, and I'm still on the fence about that, and if I really want to do that, but I think I will, just because I've never had a 120 weapon. So we'll see. Definitely contemplating. I definitely should. It's my main weapon. It's the one I always use. But my next goal here, and the main reason I've been grinding and doing it so much, is to get at least all the base armor, all three of them. So I'm doing cloth boots. I need to get all these to level 100. I need to get all these to level 100. I need to get all these to level 100. So right now I'm working on the cloth coil. I may not actually get my cloth armor to 100, but I at least need to get one of them to 100. Because everyone keeps telling me, you should wear a cloth robe. And I never do it. Now you see right here, there's a chest right there. So we're going to go get that chest if someone else doesn't get it. So that's what we're going to go do. Oh, grab the whole thing. A little too many. That's fine. Let's stay right here. That should give me enough hit points. I should be able to take on these guys now. This chest. Okay, and now let's go check the next tower. And then we'll check the middle. And then we'll go inside and we'll start farming chests on the inside. Again, it doesn't look like there's that many people here. So we're just running on the outside of the castle. Then we'll check the middle of the castle. Then we'll go inside and we'll check all the chest spawns on the inside. Yeah, Peninsula is captured by Fort Sterling right now, so it's not a big deal. Alright, we're gonna run straight at the door, stay mounted. There's no boss up there, see, you can't see him. So we'll go inside. Now we're gonna run our normal routine here. So what we're doing is checking to see if there's a chest there. There's no chest there. There's no chest there. We're just grinding out fame now. The nice thing about this build is it's probably much cheaper and are more effective for like chasing down horses and other things, I've noticed. And it does just that burst of damage. A little bit less survivability, but the damage that you output is huge with the Mage's Coil. So it's pretty nice. And it gives you just that little extra dot. I can see it doing a whole lot, actually. No chest spawn down there. We can literally walk all the way to back here, and you'll see there's no boss there, so that's fine. So we'll go on down. Doesn't look like there's any boss chests down here either. It's constantly being taken out because it is the end of people's day's work day, so if we find anything, we do, we don't, that's okay. We're grinding for fame. We're also grinding for little itty bitty silver, because even though you keep doing this and don't get any chest spawns, you still get a decent amount of silver. Just for doing this rotation over and over again, with a good amount of skill gain. CMH Coil is already level 47. We'll just do our little zigzag here. Grab all these guys with it. So we're just doing a static tier 4 group dungeon. And we're just grinding out fame. And we're walking past all the places where chests could spawn. Eventually we'll get some. See, I'm already leveling up my quill super fast. Grab. We're gonna check the other end over here. So we just zigzag back and forth here. There were no chests there. We're gonna go up through this one right here, and we're gonna see if there's a boss on this other side. There's a high chance that there may be, but there is no boss there because other people have been in here. I don't see any chests over there either. So we're just gonna grab all these mobs. We'll just take them. How's everybody's day and night going so far? Or whatever time zone you're in. I get people a lot from all over the world, so. Little too many. Little too many. But still get most of them. Maybe won't get all of them. I'm kiting them around a little bit. Probably can still get them all actually, because they're melees. The only one I'm really worried about is the archer. We got a D key back up right there. This guy should be pretty easy. He does a lot of damage though. So, but we can do this, and then we can freeze him right like this. We can still hit him, and he can't hit me. We get him down just like that. It's pretty impressive that there are no chest spawns on any of these, so. 12.6. We'll get at least 13 million today. Somebody keeps logging on and off. Alright, that was a full circle. I didn't see any chest spawns. That's still okay. We'll go back this way. We'll go back down and around. Because again, we're just grinding pain. Still got them all. Now, the nice thing too is you see right here, 82,000 fame. I got that all just from grinding over and over and over again here. I didn't capture any outposts for this 82,000. All of this is just from grinding mobs here. So that's the whole reason why I do this as well. It's for the faction points. And yes, you could go do other content and stuff, but this is just a constant flow. I can mindlessly listen to music or watch a movie or watch a video while doing this, and there's no real high risk. And yes, I could still possibly die if I'm not focusing enough, but the cost is just a 5% durability repair on everything I'm wearing and everything in my inventory. And it's just a constant money. Like this will go to 29.1 million here soon, just from the silver I'm picking up alone. You have to be wary of this wizard. He's doing a lot of damage to me with the ghouls too. still maybe. Ah, no, I cloaked it on it. And somebody logged in again. Hey, look, it's Delau. Let's invite Delau. There's just something to drop there. I want this bag, whatever it is. It's a book. It was worth it. Anytime a book drops, it's worth it. Alright. We're gonna hit the A key now. I don't see any bosses there or any bosses there. We'll make our way back to Fort Sterling. Guarantee the layout will be at Malware Gorge or something along those lines. We're gonna mount up. We're gonna run over here. No boss. No big deal. We'll make our way back to Fort Sterling. Link up with the Lao and whatever he's doing. Maybe he'll join Discord chat. Maybe he won't.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, there he is. Did you just get home?
I just got out of the shower.
I was just discussing. I was like, yeah, this is when I normally go to bed, and only Delau will only just be getting on now. I kind of just been mindlessly grinding in Malware Gorge all day and watching movies, and I got 83,000 faction points. On top of, I think it was at like 20, and I've been doing it all day, just a couple hours here and there. And I was at like, I don't even know what it was at, like 26 million, and now I'm at 29 million.
Cool.
So, plus I would actually be at 30 million, but I bought this mage coil, tier 8.3 mage coil. So that's where some of my money went. So I'd actually have more money, but I spent it on a mage coil because I've never leveled up mage coil. But the fire breath is amazing.
Oh yes.
Like I didn't really care for the poison dart one. Wasn't it just a single target before?
It was.
Now it's an area effect dot, a 3-second
right.
dot. And I gotta admit that thing is super powerful. And it can hit, it doesn't even say how many targets, I think it can hit as many targets, it said.
That's right.
All enemies, yeah. So if there's like 15 targets, it'll hit all 15. That's a huge buff to Mage Coil. And it's so cheap too. So are you going to be playing, or you still have to do home routine stuff?
I am doing my farm right now.
Okay. Are you going to do Malware Gorge after? What is your plan for today?
That is my plan to do that as soon as I finish my farm.
Okay, then I will be in Malware Gorge.
Okay.
I went to Penuchef looking for any bosses, but it's heavily farmed right now. But even though I didn't get any bosses, you see, I still got loot. I still have things to sell off. It may seem like pennies, but every penny picked up is a penny earned. And it only just takes me a couple clicks here and there to sell them off. And right here I got 4 books. That's 56,000 right there. It may not seem like much, but it all adds up. And that's how I make my millions. Is because I'm dedicated and I just keep going. Regardless of, sometimes you make a lot, sometimes you make very little. And literally 83,000 in faction points. Because you also get weekly, so this compounds too. So you get this, and at the end of the week, so Sunday evening, you get even more faction points that it gives to you. But if you come over here, you can buy. I can buy 9 chests already.
Here's a tip, because if you buy Mountain Hearts on Saturday, and then sell them before Sunday, you will actually get because the price is higher because everyone gets their faction on Sunday and then sells it, right?
Uh-huh.
So you have to get more money. That's what I always do is I buy it and then sell it right before
Oh.
the big bonuses. Yeah, because it's worth more that day by a couple thousand.
Huh. I don't buy mountain hearts, I buy chests. I want
That doesn't matter when you buy it.
I want the skill book. Well, the chests also have mountain hearts in them. So what I'll do instead is instead of selling the mountain hearts as soon as I open the chests, I put them. But normally I don't even open my chest until like Monday or Tuesday. I get the fame, but I don't even normally do it till Monday or Tuesday. But I guess doing it Saturday would be better because the prices would be inflated. Right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, they would be inflated. Yeah. Yeah. So you could buy them cheaper on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, if you buy them. But I mean, like, if you use your faction points to get non parts and then sell them on Saturday, but it is cheaper Monday, Tuesday, yeah, or even Sunday.
No, I don't buy them. What I mean is I get my chests and then I sell them. So I just wait to sell my mountain hearts until like a Saturday, Friday or Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? Because I open all my chests and there's at least 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5 mountain hearts in them from all the chests I open. But instead of selling them as soon as I open my chests, save them and then sell them on a Saturday or a Friday or Saturday.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yes. That is what I do because you actually get more silver per faction if you do that.
I over here and I don't have roast pork going, so it's gonna cook it. I'm gonna walk over here. I'm gonna need to eat roast pork so that I can actually live and do this. So for those that are wondering or just joining now, we're over here. We're playing with the Lao. The Lao is somebody that has 727 million total fame. And so when he was talking about mountain hearts and selling mountain hearts, that's an advice from a player that's been playing since the beginning. I've also been playing since the beginning. I am a founder, but I don't have anywhere near as much as famous him because I quit the game and only came back only semi recently. I only come back a month at a time normally, and I pay for it with just straight silver. So I paid the 20 million in silver to get 30 days of premium. And so what I'm doing right here for my last 7 days is I'm farming out silver my way. Normal, it's just not a quick way, not black zone, not miss, not any of those content people others suggest. I'm literally just see, look at this. I got, what was it? Was that a 10 million fame from static dungeons? Is that what it said? How do you see your accomplishments? What was that thing that just came up? Where would it be? I just got an achievement. Where would my achievements be, Dalal?
They would be under your stats. Okay. And then there is a cut that says achievements on the tab on your stuff.
Ah, here we go. How would I see the recent achievement?
Scroll down and you shall see.
Okay, I better want to search for it. Static. Something static. Dungeon Insider. Okay, here. Holy Diver. How much fame is this? Gain 10 million fame in static dungeons. Is that it?
That is it.
Huh. I thought I would get way more than just 10 million from static dungeons. I guess the outside doesn't count as a static dungeon then. Because I mainly only farm from the outside. So only the inside counts as a static dungeon. Because only recently have I been going on the inside. And I know I've gotten way more than 10 million in fame on the outside of these static dungeons. Hey, Rusty Banjo. I saw the title of your stream. I didn't get to see it. I was actually working and picking my kid to bed. But you're starting a new job? At least that's what the title said. Same job, but different position. I don't even know what your job was before and to begin with. You don't mind me asking? Or if it's too sensitive, you don't have to let me know. There are no bosses and no chests down here. Just because it's heavily farmed. You see all these mobs are not there. There's people down here. Nice thing is Bandit Assault just started. So there'll be a lot less people down here. I guess the better question is, do you like your current job? You must if you're getting promoted or just different position to some extent. Hopefully it's a better position than what you're doing now. A pipe fitter? So like a plumber? Or a pipe fitter for like cars? Or a pipe fitter for what? Hard labor? I understand that. I work construction. I'm a certified journeyman electrician. And I'm still a certified journeyman electrician for the state of Hawaii. Metal pipe, chemical plant. So, okay, so you take metal pipes and if you're a pipe fitter, you go in and you actually use one of those pipe cutters and cut metal pipes and thread them. You used to build houses, so you carry drywall, fiberglass. Oh, that was the worst. A metal bowl? Yeah, thread and weld. Also, you're a welder too. Yeah, I used to work hand in hand with those guys in cabinets. Hey, it's a good skilled job. And I understand that the labor is tough and hard, so yeah, that's a tough job. I've been there and I've done that. Many years. Now I sit for a living. You're gonna do quality control for pipe fitting and everything? With that sounds like a better position. Quality control title. Nice. Well, if you're quality control, you probably still have to be on the floor or whatever it is. That's a tough, hard labor job. I remember spending many, many hours doing all those different type of events. So I worked more as a commercial electrician, and I worked on big, huge, like theme parks. And so when you look at a theme park, right, and you think of electrical, you see like electrical lines in the air and the sky, right? When you go to a theme park, all the electrical is not in the air; it's underground, and it's underground under concrete. So you got to go 6 feet underground, and you have to dig. And sometimes machinery just doesn't fit in certain tight spaces, so you have to pull out a chipping hammer, and you got to dig. Yeah, all electrical is underground. And so I would have to work hand in hand with plumbers, electricians, welders, and we would have to thread, and I would have to cut metal pipes and thread metal pipes for our conduit to get it in. I've done commercial work for big, huge theaters, put in color blasts, put in sound, lighting. Yeah, I've pulled hundreds of thousands of miles of wire. Yeah, it's similar. And then I would have to do a lot of masonry work, a lot of carpentry work. So I would have to do a lot of different type of everything. You learn a lot of different skills as an electrician because you have to fill it in, right? But I think the hardest part and the hardest days were you're working in a building and it's like a three-layer building on top of each other, and then you got to dig up all the concrete. You got to dig 6 feet down because you can't bring in heavy machinery, and you got to dig it for a whole 2 miles long. And you're digging it with just you and maybe two other guys. And so we would joke around like, okay, you gotta have to learn to pee and shovel at the same time because just gotta keep shoveling. Those are tough days. And sometimes, I actually miss hard labor because you get all that endorphins and everything by doing all that type of exercise. Now I sit for a living, right? I sit at home all day and sit in front of a computer. And yeah. Well, hey, legendary gamers, you gotta go. Oh, GTG's known this has got to go, but hey, well, welcome. I'm running back because I don't have any more roast pork, and I know Delal's going to join me soon, so I want to actually have a stack of roast pork. So I'm going to run back to Fort Sterling and sell this off. But I'm just talking about good old days for me. I know Rusty Banjo, I don't know how long you've been doing that type of work, but after 8-10 years plus of construction work, I'm happy to be out of it and not doing it anymore. But at the same time, I miss those days. 7 years, yeah, that's about the time. So I met my wife, and she met me, and she's the one that got me out basically. So I always loved computers. I always loved building computers and playing games. As you can see, I love playing games. And so I would always build my own computers and everything, save money and build computers. In fact, before I met my wife, I would buy at least 2 or 3 computers every year, right? I was that extreme of a gamer. I'd buy consoles, Xboxes, PlayStation, I get it all, right? And then I met my wife, and she literally looked at me and she says, "You don't know anything. You don't have any education. You need to go back. I can't marry you. You have no education." So I looked at myself and says, "Okay, I dropped out of high school. I don't have any college education. I've been out of school for over 12 years. I guess I better go take the SAT." Right? Because I didn't even take the SAT or anything. So I met her. I was dating her for like a year and a half, and I was like, okay, I'll make the sacrifice. I'll go figure it out. I didn't tell her. And I went and I signed up for the SAT, no studying or anything. And I went and took it. And I took it, and all of a sudden I was like, I missed it by 1 point. And because I didn't study, but when I went to take the SAT, 11 years out, the whole thing was not anything they taught in high school. And so I went to the dean of the college and I told him, I said, look, I took the SAT, I didn't pass, but I haven't been in school for 12 years. He's like, oh, you haven't been in school if you're not even in school for 4 years, well, you can just come over here and take continuing education and see how you do. And so the dean let me in and let me enroll and take a couple classes. I got straight A's in like 11 classes straight. And he says, oh, okay, perfect. You can enroll. You got straight A's. And I was like, oh, perfect. And so then I rolled, and then I got my associates with a 3.8. I would have gotten a 4.0, but one of the classes, one of the final exams was worth 3/4 of your grade, and I was dumb enough to think, oh, this is not a big deal class. And I went and took the final exam without studying, and it was a multi-choice question. So there's multi-choice selection, so you have to match them up. And more than half the test was that way. So if you get one of those multi select type of questions wrong, you're going to get at least 2 answers wrong. And because I didn't study just before the test, I got a B in that class, which dropped me down to a 3.8. And I was like, oh, I just spent all this money, and instead of getting a 4.0, I got a 3.8. But still, I went to college, and personally, in my own personal opinion, I'm not trying to downgrade college or anything. I learned a zero from school. I may have gotten a 3.8 associates, but I learned nothing that helps me in my current job or any future job I'm looking at by going to college. All the skills and all the common sense I learned was as an electrician, working as a chef for 4 years, doing all those different things. I think I gained far more skills, far more common sense, far more things. Hands-on work has taught me far more than any college education has ever taught me. And then my wife still teases me and tells me, you need to get a bachelor's degree, you need to go get your master's. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to spend all this money to learn stuff that's not going to teach me nothing. Or they don't teach me, let me rephrase it. Teach me stuff that I'm not going to actually use or plan to use. Because honestly, I did nothing, none of it helped me personally. And that's not to say it doesn't help everybody. Somebody once told me when I was a lot younger, they told me people that go to college aren't necessarily all the people that are really smart. In the sense they're trying to become smarter and get themselves educated. And then there's people that do go to school just, for the experience or for the degree. And then there's people that are just already smart and they don't have to go to school. And so you can just fall into all different types of categories, right? Me, I just didn't see the value in college because it just costed so much money. And so I just never went. And so when I finally did go to college, it costed me money. And because it cost me money, I was like, well, I better do good. Because it's costing me all this money. What do you think about season 21 avatars? Sorry, I'm scrolling back up looking to the chat. What do I think about? I don't know. I haven't looked at any news for Albion Online. I literally just opened the game and says, okay, today I'm going to play Albion Online. And then I subscribe for 30 days. I didn't even tell my brothers. I just started playing. I want to point out, Rusty Banjo, that for college, some people it actually is necessary. Maybe not everybody, but some people it will and does help them out. And honestly, I think college is there, and this is my own personal opinion, to learn those social skills and work as a team. Because really some people haven't learned that by then when they're going to college. So college is not really to educate yourself further, it's to learn to work as a team and grow those social skills that some people are lacking. Now that's not for everybody, some people actually do learn things in college, but it is to build that social network. And then when you get out into the real world, that's when you actually, yeah. So, I mean, you're spending your money to gain the social network. And if you do college correctly and make friends with professors, and professors that actually work in the real world and have real world experience, and they can help you build a social network to make it to the next thing. Like if you actually go into big industries and big companies and you take leadership and management type of courses, which a lot of the companies that I'm working for now, they send me to manager and manager level type of courses. The main thing that they teach you in that, and I'm giving this lesson here for free here on this stream, so if you want to learn about this and learn about big companies, the lessons and things that they teach you is, it's not always about what you know, it's who you know and who you make friends with. It really is. And that is the life story. So you have to get along with everybody. You have to get along with the janitor. You have to get along with the people above you. But the most important is to get along with the people above you. Learn what they like. Learn to be able to communicate and talk. Now that's what college is there for. Your professors. If you don't talk to your professors on a friendship level and you don't learn from them, then you're wasting your time at college. I'm just telling you straight up. Make friends with your professor. Learn them as a person, not just as education, but learn them as a person. Go out and eat food with them, enjoy a conversation, learn about them. And when you gain that valuable skill, that will get you farther in business life, wherever you go. If you can learn to take any college professor and take them out and have a meal with them and learn about them, do the same thing when it comes to the company you go in. Find your manager, make friends with them, whatever it takes. I mean, don't just kiss butt, right? Actually become their friend and show interest. And then you can get farther ahead with whatever company you're at. So, life lesson. That's what college is there for. Gain that social network. You still have to learn the skills, right? Not just make the friendships. You have to be able to do the job. So if you have technical skill, right? Whether it's Excel, Word, or whatever it is that you're trying to learn for whatever company, you still have to be able to do it. You can't just fake it. 50% is actually being skillful enough. The other 50% is knowing who your bosses are and your managers is and being able to communicate them on a level as they're your best friend. Yep, exactly. Now here's the other double-edged sword to this as well, okay? Here's the next second advice that a lot of people don't tell you. Just because you make friends with them doesn't mean they can't backstab you in the back or you don't backstab them in the back anytime in the future. It's a cutthroat world. You're making friends at companies, you make the friends, but at any time, be ready to be able to drop them or them to be able to drop you. That's just the way the world is. Companies do not promote people just because they like them. They do, in a sense. You get past that part. They promote you because you're skilled enough to do it. So you have to make those friends and you have to be technically skilled enough to do the job and competent enough. And that's where you get this strange ladder of, can you do this? Can you not do this? Oh yes, yeah, this is the friend's boss. But just because he's the friend's boss, he's not competent enough to actually do the job. He can't manage a group of 100 or 250 people. Like, you have to be able to be competent enough to do the job. It can get you the job, but you got to be competent enough to actually do the job. So you can't just fake the way all the way through. Because if you do, somebody's going to notice eventually, and then you either get downgraded or you get fired. People don't get fired because whatever other reasons. People get fired because people in the company don't like you. So you still have to be likable, and you have to be able to do the job, and you have to make friends. Huge political ladder. But college is the same way. For those that are wanting to go to college to learn those things. Anyways, life lessons. I've learned a lot of lessons in my life. And anybody that wants to ask the questions, I'm happy to share. I have lots of stories. I've been in all different industries.
I am coming to Makor.
Sweet. Yep. And then there's just people that are straight technical and that just work and work and work. But if you just work and don't actually build that friendship relationship, people are, oh, I never get promoted. Well, sometimes people only get promoted when you ask. Like when I worked as an electrician, I thought the same way. I was young, I was naive, right? I was doing the same work as these other people, and the other team members, they were making more money because they spoke up, they asked. And they didn't just ask, they proved they could do it. They're like, okay, here, give me the same task, give me the same job. I'll complete this entire job in one day, which takes him one whole week. And then show it and prove it and back up your words and actually get it done. Me, I just shut my mouth and did the same thing. I could do the whole entire work in 1 week, but I never spoke up for myself. I never went to the boss and said, hey, look, I'm doing this much work. Can I get more money? Because I'm able to do the job. Now, obviously, you don't present it that way. You present it in a much better way. But the whole point is, people are too shy to ask. But you gotta have show proof to the boss you can do the job, and then ask for it. Don't just ask for it first and with no proof. That's instantly for a way for the boss to start putting you on the thumbs down type of category, saying, no, I don't really like this guy. I'm looking to get rid of him. If you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. Don't say you're going to do it and then never follow through. So do the job first, then ask for the raise. And prove you're worth it. And I know it was worth it because when it comes to construction, you show up for a job, your first week, you're already on trial. Literally. It took me 8 months to get hired on as an electrician. Like I call my old boss. I love the guy. Says, "Oh, I'm looking to become an electrician. Do you have any experience?" "No, I have no experience." "Okay, well, call me back in 3 months." I said, "Okay." Call him back in 3 months. "Hey, do you have any positions open? Are you still hiring?" "Yeah, I don't have anything right now. Call me back in 2 weeks." Call him back in 2 weeks. Over and over again. And he finally gave me a try. He says, "Here, we'll try you for a week." Went in for a week, busted my butt, did whatever it took. I got three raises my first year working for him. And the main reason why I'm telling the story is I saw many guys come 1 week in, 3 days in, boss hands him a check. "Here's your last check. Don't come back tomorrow." That's the cutthroat world of construction. You either got it or you don't. It's a type that good, but should be fine with learning QC. Not much. I check work on how to do easy. Yeah, for somebody, Rusty Banjo, you've been in the industry or what you're doing for 7 years. At that point, you're very proficient in your job, getting close to expert level, if not already. And yeah, you can see who's good and who's not. You're at the level, I bet, where if somebody would come to the job and you watched what they did, you'd instantly know, I like this guy, I don't like this guy. Like, you know, in the first 5 minutes. And it's the same thing for hiring. Like, some people, you hear all these people say, "Oh, I didn't get hired. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't get hired." Those people that are interviewing you, they have years and years and years of experience, and they know in less than the last first 5 minutes if they like you or not, if you're gonna cut it or not. The first 5 minutes of the interview is just, do I like this person? Can he do the job? And if you pass that, then you have to prove you're worth it. And that's right there. Right there, what you said, Rusty Banjo. You got the job as a helper because of your dad. It's not always about what you know, it's about who you know. Exactly. As an electrician. In fact, my best jobs were jobs that I didn't actually go in or interview. I just kind of got it. Oh, you're close to the same age as me, if not older. Yeah, it's definitely a tough world out there. But I'm glad at least you're doing something it sounds like you like doing, Rusty Banjo. Hopefully. All it really matters is you're doing something you like. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. Same thing like Albion Online. I have all these people come in and tell me, you should do Black Dun, you should do Black Zone, you should go do Miss. And I just look at them and be like, I'm doing what I like doing. And I don't see myself changing anytime soon. I go dip my foot in Black Zone and stuff like that, but I always come back to doing this because I can mindlessly come in here and grind away and watch a movie. Like even right now, I'm talking about all these different subjects. I'm only giving like 20% attention to the game right now because just grinding away. And so how do I make lots of silver? Because I can mindlessly play the game and not really care what happens unless I really need to focus. Yeah, I don't know if I like it, but it's gonna be better than working in the field. So you're gonna be in front of a computer the whole time? To change a job, just put it this way. Your first 3 months are gonna be a grind to test your endurance to see if you can change. On and off, alright. Because I'm not gonna lie, the first couple years I worked at a desk job compared to doing straight construction, there were days where I was just like, I just want to go straight. I want to go back to hard labor. Because you're not building all those endorphins, you're not building all those everything. So the main reason what we just did here, if you're watching Albion Online, you're here for that content. We walked out here, this exit to Pen Kerrig, or whatever you want to call it, and came back in. So now we have a level 2 bonus. We're still in the same area, but we're flagged as bonus level 2 because we walked out and walked back in. So we now have 10% more fame from everything we do in here.
One added 5%.
Oh, do now when I'm 40. Okay. Yeah, you're much younger than me. I read that wrong. I thought I said right there where it says, now when I'm 40. Well, nice. Good for you. So you went and bought a house before you got married and everything? You're definitely well ahead of the game. I do not have a house. And no, I've never even been a first-time homeowner. So, I'm one of those people that is also still struggling in this crazy housing market, even to today.
I don't think it's a buying market. I think it's a selling market.
It's not necessarily a selling market, it's static right now. Been constantly looking at it and checking on it. And the main reason why housing market keeps going up right now is because it's supply and demand. There's not enough supply. Everybody's locked into their rate because interest rates are so high. So nobody can sell, and since there's no housings that are on the market, the housing market's still going up.
But this is very relaxing for me too. I really enjoy doing this with you.
Yeah.
I like running the static, yeah.
Just mindlessly running around and just doing whatever we can. But yeah, Rusty Benji, if you're 27 and you already bought a house, you are well in the higher percent range of most people that are doing pretty well off. Now you're probably house poor because you have a house payment and everything else. But as long as you can keep paying for your house and stick with it, you'll eventually be better off than a lot of us. If the housing market keeps going up. Yeah, inflation has definitely devastated many people's savings. And I think the real true hit's gonna hit even harder this October when college payments and school payments start being reenacted. Very nice. Yeah, 2 cars already paid off for, and you're just paying making house payments. Yeah, you're doing really good.
Sounds like success.
Sounds like success. I agree. Now, this is a gaming channel. I'm not trying to give anybody financial advice. I know we're talking about all these different things, but this is just my own personal opinion on all these different subjects. There's a lot going on in the world. And don't listen to some random person on YouTube about any financial anything. Do what's best for your finances. So if you own a home, great. If you don't own a home, you're still doing great, right? Just look at your own finances and do what's best for you and your family. Because everybody's situation is different. Yeah, everybody has their own different thing. Like, well into close to my 40s, and I don't own a home. I've never owned a home. I would like to own a home. I can't afford one. Just like everybody else. Priced out of all the houses that I could possibly have, maybe possibly purchased. Because the price is just so ridiculously high now. Ooh, level 51 Mage Coil. Thanks for sharing all that information, Rusty Manjo. It's definitely good information. And everybody has their own. I know I have a lot of people from other parts of the world, like in France, England, Germany, and they're all like either in college or doing things like that. And I know during the stream we talked about college being different for everybody. Yeah, it's been a very good chat. But again, I'm not trying to give you advice to or to not go to school. Everybody's situation is different. So if you're in college now, don't think about just dropping out, right? What they teach you in college, and I know I mentioned all those other things, and what you should take away from college, if anything, in my own personal opinion, is to think for yourself. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Think for yourself, for your own situation, find out what it is that you want to do, and then go do it.
Boss.
I see him.
Run. This guy wants the boss too.
What
Just run
does he?
past this.
He went the other way. Doesn't matter. Oh,
Yeah.
someone else is already fighting it. There's no way. They're already more less than 50. Just help them clear it. It's fine. Alright, now that I know the boss spawns it, that's kind of farish to come all the way down here just for a boss, though. Wonder I don't come down this area so much. Where else do chests spawn in this area?
All over at each intersection.
Alright,
They're
see you,
not-
Rusty Banjo. Thanks for staying so long and chatting.
So if we press A,
Also with
we'll go to the
programming, it's
other
something you
exit,
can
and we can go
learn
to the
from your
other
home and
side.
college.
This side has a line.
Based in the shooter, probably. Or wherever you're going, I'm following you. But yeah, Rusty
Yeah,
Banjo
just
said, well, also with programming, it's something you can learn from home and college. It teaches basics, I'm sure. The probably contacts with others. Programming you can learn all by we're hitting the A key, we're going out.
Yeah, because we're gonna go on the other side. Because this side.
Oh,
is
and then we'll
being
come back on the other side. Got it.
That's right. Because we keyed ourselves to the other side. This is what I do: is I go back and forth quickly. This
And then you just run back in.
now, yeah, since everyone's on that side, we can check this side,
And then we can check the middle again.
and we can check the middle. That's right.
That makes sense.
This
So-
is my route. This is the route. Yeah, I usually key myself. I go to that side, then I come back to this side. Yeah.
So what we just did, we keyed ourselves over there. We still have level 2. 10% more fame. And now we just went for the other side. So we literally just went from that side over here, hit the A key, and we came back to this side. Then we can come back over here and we can check the middle. So for those that are watching, there's this is the whole route that we're taking. Delau is teaching you his years of experience in the game of doing this over and over again for years.
This is they changed the static. I like the way the static is built now. It wasn't as nice before. It's changed over the years.
The inside?
The whole static has changed. I've seen all versions of the static change. Yeah.
I've only seen the outside. I know that the outside has changed, but I never really checked the inside.
I like the way the static is set up currently. Yes.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't mind them changing it either. If they changed it and made it better than this, yeah, this is. I actually like the setup. Though. I like how it is set up.
It's pretty nice. They made it easier, I feel like.
It's just because we're using 8.4s. Most people can't come down here and do what we're doing.
This is true. And if people were wondering how we got all this money, we're founders. We played for a long time, and I farmed a long time to get where I'm at. I've played this game for a long time. I just quit every now and then because I'm already at. If you're looking for those that are on, I'm at 166 million total fame. Or if you come over here and you look at the Lao is at 728 million fame. He's been playing for a long time. And that's my brother who's been talking, sharing his advice on the dungeon. Where am I at? Almost at 13 million comment fame. When you do that Juve swing, does it actually hit from behind you too? Wherever the
Yeah, a
sword is?
little behind me.
A
Yeah.
little behind you and the forward?
Yes.
Because I noticed you were hitting things from behind you too.
Yeah, I like that feature actually. A little
That actually
behind
is
me.
pretty. That's a pretty neat feature.
They did narrow it a bit, so I have to aim it well, or else it'll miss completely. But it used to have a wider hit radius, I believe.
Probably because it was very powerful.
It is very powerful. Yeah, but yeah, I still like it. I love it. As long as they don't nerf the damage. Because it's the problem is it's mana hungry, right? I need to
Yeah,
have
I know you're using a ton of mana to actually do all that.
That's right. That's the downside.
Well, anybody in the stream have any other questions?
We can come up this way. Let's come up and look on this side.
Anything they like to play in Albion online? Any question about weapons, armor, what they like to do? If not, that's okay. We'll just keep playing the game. We're just grinding. I'm just grinding skills right now. So for those that are just joining or... Yeah.
I'm
So-
almost there. I'm at 3,000 out of the power.
I'm at level 84 Scholar Boots, which I've never leveled up. And then I think I'm at level 50 something Mage Coil, which I'm wearing right now. I'm at level 51. And I started around the same level, so 20-ish. And I'm already at level 51 Mage Coil just by doing this. Same thing like if you looked at this, I'm already at 88,000 faction warfare points. I haven't done any outposts. I've literally just been grinding in here, and I'm already 88,000 faction warfare points, which will buy me 9 chests, which I can use to buy more skill books, level up faster. There are a lot of people on tonight. This is a Wednesday night, isn't it? So during the day, I literally have free reign over here. Where there's bosses, like I can hit all the bosses basically during the day. But during this time when everybody's off work, this time specifically, I haven't been able to, we haven't been able to get, did we even get any chests? Maybe
We
one?
didn't.
Maybe I think
No,
we
we
only
didn't.
got one?
But there's a lot of people down here. Somebody's cleared it all before us.
Yep.
That's okay. Sometimes I come down here and it's populated. Yeah.
Yep. It's all
We
for
still
the,
get fame. It's fame and faction.
That's
and the
true.
faction, as you know, is worth a lot of silver too.
yeah, the faction
In fact,
points
the
are worth less.
majority of your silver
Already
is
at
all from
89,000 faction fame. Plus comet fame, so I'm almost at the I guess I already am at 13 million.
I made 4,000 just in faction when I sold it the other day over the weekend. 4,000 and a half, I think. Yeah. So even if you come down here and get 0 chests, I mean,
You still get
I
faction,
made
yeah, you still get
4
comet
million,
fame, and you still get faction
400 in
points.
faction, yeah, selling me.
Yep. That's why I do it. Does miss content, can you still be faction flag when you do miss content?
You cannot.
Well, now that alone makes me not want to actually do the miss content.
I like miss content. It's different, but I liked it.
Well, I guess I have to check it out sometime. I mean, I've gone into missed areas, and yeah, it gives good fame and good everything, but I didn't like how the mists, you have to go search for them, so you spend time running around, and then the mists close after you're in it for a certain time period. Like, it doesn't stay open for long. So you're always constantly running around looking for new mists.
The last 5 minutes though, all of the wisps will come down from the trees because you'll see them in the trees, but they'll come down. So if you remember where they are in the trees, they'll come down and then you can find them and jump into another. You can chain them.
What?
Yeah, at the last 5 minutes, at the 5 minute marker, they're all come down from the tree. You know how you see them in the trees?
No.
Just keep track of where they are in the tree. And also, once you get to Brasilia, you can just jump and miss. There's a portal that takes you to the mist. And that's usually what I do. I love Brasilia. Yeah, it's great. It's for solo and dual play.
Never done it. Never been there.
Something you should look up. It's worth doing. I think it's totally worth doing because you get a second island on each of your characters that get there.
Do they have farms?
Yes, they have farms. It's a second island, but it's only for Brasilia. So
Do you
I
have to
farm
pay
the
money to
Brazilian
go
island.
to the Brasilia Island? So you have to be naked to
I
go to
just-
it?
Yeah, but I have a whole setup over there. Yeah, you have to be naked, but well, you don't have to be naked. You can pay to ship stuff in there once you get there. But I have a whole setup there, so I don't. Yeah.
And it costs the same amount of silver to buy the levels of the island over there.
Yeah, but I have a fully upgraded island there.
Huh.
It's one of the more nicer designed cities because it's the most recently designed city.
Well, you're gonna have to show me how to get to Brasilia, wherever it's called.
Let me see. Let me look at your stats. So, in order to get there, you have to have 50,000 Brazilian standing. So, if you go to stats and you see how you have 2,000 out of 50, once you hit 50, then the portal will spawn in a mist.
Where are you looking at? What?
So go to your stat
Uh
and
huh.
look for Brazilian standing. See
Where
how
is
you're new.
that? Is it scroll down? Where is it?
It's right underneath your highest rank in season. Scroll down. It's right above the art. Okay. Then hover over the
Neutral?
neutral. Hover over it. That's how much standing you have and how much you need to get.
And so, how do you get more?
After you hit the 50, the cap goes up to 1,000. Right now, my cap is at 3,500,000.
Well, how do you get more standing?
You do miss content. You do the you save wisps and you do the camps.
Okay, so I have to save wisps in order to unlock it.
Yeah,
All right, it's good to know.
yeah. You already got 2,000 out of it. Yeah.
Well, I dipped into it, but I was running around. I was like, ah, it's taking a lot of time trying to search for these things.
Took me a while to do it, but when I helped somebody else do it, it only took a couple hours to actually get them to Brasilia if you focus on doing it.
Hmm.
For me, it took me like 3 days to find the city because eventually when you hit 50, then the portal will spawn for the city in a mist randomly, but it will only appear after you've hit 50,000 Brazilian standing.
Got it. All stuff I didn't know. So people in the stream, if you didn't know that, that's what you got to do to get to do miss content.
Brasilia,
Yeah, Brasilia.
it's the solo duo city. It is well worth doing to get to Brasilia. I have to say that.
Well, something I'll have to work on eventually. Whenever I get to that content. Right now, I'm just trying to level up some gear mindlessly, get some
This is one
silver.
of the best ways to do it.
Oh, I didn't even grab roast pork. But either way, it's getting closer to a time where I need to go to bed.
We're
So,
hanging out with you again
yeah, maybe we can play again later
over the weekend, or yeah,
on the
or this
weekend or
time
something.
again.
It's gotten late for me. This is why I'm supposed to
This
be
is when
going.
I do mod core. Yeah,
Yeah, this is when I should be going to bed. Way past when I should be going to bed. Clear out these mobs. I guess we should check the other door just in case. Wish we actually got one boss.
yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I actually got a legendary chest today. I just didn't have it on recording.
We can also walk out and check the outsides because then we'll key ourselves back to the other entrance.
That's true. I need to key myself to the other entrance. So we need to make our way all the way back out.
But we're almost there. Just gotta walk down this hall here.
Plus, people are already clearing it.
All right, hit my 5,000 daily.
Very nice.
Very, very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was quite fast doing it with you.
5,000 daily, you mean faction fame?
Faction fame, yeah, for the 5,000 daily. Yep.
I'm already at 90,000. So I literally got 90,000 faction fame today without doing any outposts. Just coming in here and grinding.
There, big boss in the middle.
Big boss in the
Mount
middle.
up.
So if you
Mount
go
up
over
as
here
you
and you
go to
look,
the
there's a
middle.
big boss. It's an orange boss, so it's a medium boss. Big boss is the big red one.
People can't solo it. This is it. Yeah, this is our boss. This is the one we get before you end. Oh, big chest, big boss.
That's a medium-sized chest. The big chests are the big white ones. But it's a decent-sized chest. After you do this enough times, you actually begin to memorize all the different chests. It's a blue!
Go for it.
It's open!
90,000. Oh well.
90,000. That's still not bad. Scroll
You want
this
to ride
one.
around the outside?
Sure, why not? Might be another boss and or more chests. Or however you're doing it.
I ride on the inside.
You ride on the inside outside. I run on the outside outside. So we'll do a quick circle around the outside of the castle, see if there's any chests. And then I'm gonna go sell all my stuff off, make sure I actually grab some more roast pork. We're looking at this right here, see there's nothing in that tower. We're at a good 29.1 mil. So pretty good run today. I spent $1 mil already just for the Builder's Mage Coil that I bought today. There's nothing in there either, so there's nothing on the outside.
Cool. Good to know.
I'm gonna go sell everything off.
We got one chest.
We did. We got one chest all this time.
Yeah, you got 60 out of the. I got 30 out of it, and you got 60 out of the 90.
All right, for those that enjoyed this content or have been watching, thank you so much. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button, leave me a comment, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, once a month, check out what content I have, and or come back daily and see what kind of content I have. Again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching and for watching the stream. And we will catch you all in the next episode. I'm just going to go here. We're just going to sell all this off right now. We'll make sure to fill us up back on roast pork. But this will be the end of this stream. Selling all this stuff off. So if you're wondering how you do it, you just come over here and click. Multiple clicks. Click. Multiple click. Alright. Eat the bags of silver. And then
So I
by
also
time.
made 80,000 just then in Mountain Hearts because I made 6,000. So I made about 100,000 just within that half an hour.
Yep. So you just buy mountain hearts and then sell off the mountain hearts?
I do. I sell them. Yeah, usually.
So
on
you don't buy
Saturday.
chests?
I don't buy chests because you get a bit more per
Per mountain,
faction.
yeah. If you're just trying to make money.
silver. But if you want the fame, you actually get better a mixture of fame and silver on the chase.
It's true. Actually, I'm probably just gonna log out here so that I can do my farming tomorrow. Get rid of all these. All right. Again, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Please feel free to smash the like button. It helps me out a ton. Helps out people get the word out so they can actually see the type of content I make. Again, thank you all for being here. And you all have a wonderful rest of your night or evening, day, whatever time zone it is for you. Again, thank you all for being here. Have a good day.
Good night.